Hey, it's Nikki. I'm here today to talk about the topic that you're going to find on every single motorcycle Facebook page, Facebook group, YouTube channel, etc. And it's really the question that everyone asks when they start riding or when they buy a new bike. And that is, how do I fit my phone to my handlebars or on my bike so that I can look at maps or access it when I need it? It was one of the first things I wanted to decide when I first got my Spyder ST Limited, is I wanted to know, I want to see maps, so I need to know how I can put this on the bike itself. Between me and my friends, I think we've tried 10 or 15 different types of phone holders. Really, it comes down to two for me. The first one I've used for a couple of years with my first bike, and that is this X-Grip RAM mount. The second one I've only been using for a couple of months, and that is the Quadlock. So those are the two I'm really going to review, and maybe this will give you an idea when you buy your next mount or case, which way you want to go, what direction you'd like to take for your new phone holder. I wish I had seen a video like this when I first started riding, because again, they get us every time. We try out a bunch of different products and spend a bunch of money without knowing exactly what's going to work perfect for us. So hopefully I can take some of the guesswork out. So let's start with the X-Grip. The X-Grip RAM mount is pretty, you look at it, it looks pretty alien, but it's pretty easy to use. If you have small hands, I will warn you, this is a two-handed mount for sure. So you have to grip and pull down. You put your phone case in, you let it close on it, and that holds it pretty sturdy, but they also give you this interesting rubber piece that goes over all four of the corners. As you can see, it will pop off sometimes and you may have to redo it. And once it's all on all four corners, your phone is pretty secure, as you can see. All four pieces on the side, all four corners, it's in there. It's probably not gonna go anywhere. I've never had my phone fly off my bike, etc. So one thing to note is that you will probably buy 2 or 3 of these a year if you live somewhere like Florida, like I do, because they are going to break. Already this one's splitting in a bunch of different places, just from the heat and the use and the stretching. Eventually they do break like a rubber band would break. So this is what the X-Grip looks like. Now the X-Grip itself, obviously that doesn't mount to anything on your bike, so you have to figure out what mount you want to use. So with my first Spyder ST, it had funky shaped handlebars, so nothing that would normally fit a handlebar would work on the bike. So instead, I bought this piece from Le Monster Garage, and it actually screws into the handlebars with the handlebar screws themselves. So those big giant bolts that go to hold your handlebar on your bike actually went into these two holes. So this sat where you would expect it, facing you at the bottom of your handlebars. With this, which is a 1-inch ball as well, you have to have this handy extender. And then the handy extender is going to connect to the X-Grip itself. If I can get it in there. There we go. Now, the cool thing is, if this is sitting on your bike, you are able to move this and position it however you want, and then you tighten it, you're done. It's held in there because it's actually screwed into the motorcycle itself. So that's how I held my X-Grip on my first bike. My second bike I bought was a Spyder F3. It had standard round bar handlebars. And I didn't want to mount that the same way because my phone actually stood up so far that it was in my face and kept me from seeing the actual display of the bike. So I knew I had to find something different. So I went back to RAM and I bought this clamp, which clamps onto the handlebar and it just screws to tighten. And you've got this 1-inch ball. So again, with the 1-inch ball, you got your extender piece. So this is on your handlebar, this is there. Done, right? Shape it how you want. Okay, so that's how I started. And then I started shopping around and I went back to one of the products I had seen when I first started riding that I was really curious about. It had one big negative for me, which kind of led me to go in the X-Grip direction. So I'll share it with you, and that is Quadlock. So Quadlock is this piece and this phone case. And the negative that kept me away from it for so long, which obviously did not keep me away forever, is that you have to use their black case. You can't use your own case. You can't have a pop socket case. It has to be their Quadlock case because you can see here, this shape is what meets in this piece, and that is how your phone holds on. So you can only use their case because it screws into the bike part. So this was the big negative. However, it's easy to take on and off, so you can switch your cases out if you're a weekend rider. Just switch your case out to the one you want to use during the week, and then your Quadlock at the end. The way it attaches, there's probably 5 different ways that you can attach your Quadlock to your motorcycle. I did not want to buy a new way to attach, right? I just was like, what can I use with things I already have? I want to spend a little less money. Again, I'd already just bought this clamp piece, and I realized I still had my extender piece. So I wondered if Quadlock made anything that would fit into this traditional like 1-inch ball ram mount. And they do. So for like 30 bucks, you can get a 1-inch ball adapter that just pops in and gives you complete mobility to shape and turn this however you want to fit where your eyesight is, and it clamps on your handlebars. So easy peasy. The most cool part about this is it's a 1/4 turn to lock it in. 1/4, that's it. Unlike the X Grip, which took me about 5 minutes and I often got left behind. This is a very easy on and off. And all you do is push on this lever and unscrew your phone case. So 5 seconds and you're done. The negatives, obviously the plain black case bothered me at the beginning. You might also have to buy a vibration dampener, because people do think, you know, with iPhones, you gotta be careful with how much vibrating your iPhone does. So the vibration dampener adds a little bit of cost to it if you want that. The on-off is a definite positive. The phone is also secure, and I would suggest if you're buying the case, buy the MagSafe case. The MagSafe case is thinner than the regular case, which is a big perk. And also you can use it with your charging. You can use it with other MagSafe accessories that you may have at home. So they do offer the MagSafe case. The cost, I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max. The case itself was about $40 if you buy it alone. The 1-inch ball adapter, this piece that actually that you have to use with the case, was $30. And of course you can find lots of other pieces, you know, charging, etc. Watch for sales, because I got all of mine 30% off at a before the holiday sale. So those are the 2 pieces, the X Grip, the Quadlock. So I'm going to take them out to the bike and mount them so that you can see them on the handlebars themselves. Here you can see the ram mount and the extender. And now we're going to put in the X Grip, position it the way you want it, and then tighten it down. Here's the Quadlock, same thing, get it into position, tighten that screw as tight as you can get it, and this is what it looks like when everything's assembled. It's just waiting for you to snap your phone in with that 1/4 turn. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. Be sure to take a look at all the ride videos, and more's to come.